Hi there and welcome to the channel. This is the Real Stu and this is the Outpost Timelapse Part 6. And this is the concept art pieces behind me for this environment. And we'll just jump straight into the time-lapse. Again, carrying on from the previous video, we're further iterating on the train station interior area. And we're looking at some of the larger shapes now and we're trying to sort of figure out the kind of shapes we want to use in this environment. A bit more interest. Again, very much early concept pieces, but certainly I'm playing about with a lot of the shapes even just now, especially when a lot of these bigger objects are going to be in the distance. We're not too concerned about detail as such, mostly just about their sort of silhouette and how they sit in the actual environment itself. So I've just taken like a half cylinder here in 3ds Max and I'm just adding various extrusions and removing some various shapes as well, and I'm just trying to straighten up the curve here as well, just till I get something I'm happy with there. And what I do is I create just like a lower trim just at the bottom of the object here. Helps kind of create a sense of scale. Certainly once it sits in the environment piece, we'll see that. Excuse me. Then we center the alignment pivot there into the scene there, and I'm just trying different ideas out to see what works, what doesn't work here. In this case, I wasn't really a big fan of that. I quite like the actual simplicity of that, and just some of the UVs, although they are quick, I try and sort of work on it a little bit just so we don't get too many lighting issues or anything like that once we actually render these out. I'm just bringing it back into Unreal Engine 4 here, placing it in the environment. So with that lower trim there, we're getting a sort of sense of scale already just with that. And as you can see, the composition is starting to take quite a lot of shape there actually. And this is like another pillar that I'm going to add. Again, I'm trying to think of imperialistic designs in Star Wars, especially like on Death Star and things like that. There's a lot of very strong shapes and silhouettes there, and I'm trying to take those design ideas and bring it to the train station here. I kind of want to give a sense that it's maybe somewhere you don't necessarily want to be around too long. You kind of want to just get to your destination. Again, I'm just bringing some of the big shapes that I've got on the kind of wall areas here, and I actually quite like the shapes as they are, so I'm essentially just adding more edges, just breaking up some of the big shapes there again, just with some extruded shapes there. It's mainly just the big shape itself that's sort of selling it there. I'm not too concerned with detail, since again it's going to be quite far away. Again, we just center the pivot for the object, natural scene there, and we just again create the UV maps there. I'm just trying to space out. I'm just eyeing it there, just to get the kind of roughly the distance I like there. And we've got a basic kind of map material here. And this is actually for the roofs of the train station there, so it's sort of semi-transparent, trying to create a sense of like glass. Just a very basic material. Just seeing how it looks, changing the colours a little bit there. And I'm adding more shapes here as well. Yeah, very strong kind of angular shapes there. I'm taking a lot of these big shapes. I'm trying to see how they kind of work with one another as well. Make sure it kind of fits the kind of design style that I'm going with here. Yeah, just copy and pasting over the side there, just so I don't have to make the same object twice. And I'm just trying to extrude certain areas and seeing how they look. A little bit of work here because it's quite kind of awkward angles, but we'll get there. Quite happy with that overall shape there. And then I'm just UV mapping it as always, bring it into the Unreal Engine there. And so I'm wanting the walkway to look supported as well. I don't want it just sort of floating in the air. I've just built the actual platform there accordingly. So we're getting a kind of strong sense of how the sort of layout of that interior is going there. We're just kind of adding additional shapes and just making some slight changes here. So this is the roof of the train station area there, or the platform rather. And I'm trying to take shapes that we've already got and I'm trying to see if I can do something a bit more interesting. Using the kind of trims there and do something a bit better there. Yeah, just iterating, just trying things out. Line up some of the trims here, just because I realised that the glasses didn't line up with the trim too well. Yeah, so I'm just reshaping the actual glass shape there. And then just make sure the borders, well, line up. And just make sure the pivot's all lined to the centre. And I'm just setting the material to two-sided so that you can essentially see the material on both sides. And because I've made the big sort of big shapes, you can see the sort of lines going down the glass there. Basically that should just be a flat plane. Just at the time I was quickly blocking it out though. I'm looking at the composition, I'm looking at sort of functionality and just making sure things make sense. Roof area, so I'm just grouping it all in the actual scene there. And taking a lot of the big shapes here and I'm coming up with other ideas. And this is the, I believe it's the trim shape there that I'm working on there. I think it was just options there. Yeah, so this is like the sort of support trim that supports the actual roof, or the bottom of the support roof. And create something a bit more interesting there. Just checking the scene there initially there. Trim at the bottom as well. Again, look at the concept art piece, see how things look. I think sometimes it'd be quite easy just to kind of get lost in the actual environment you're doing, sort of forgetting where the kind of concept is, so I find it quite useful to go back just to check on it. So I'm just trying to smooth out the edges here. That's the Smooth Edges script. It's a really good script to get. What it does is it just evenly spaces out all the edges that you select. Blocking out the back. The reason I do that is because if I decide to use this in other places, I don't want there to be lighting issues, because you know back of the asset's open there. So I just close it up, just for that very reason, so I can reuse it if possible. Again, just align the pivot, just so at the center of the scene, and UV mapping it. Bring it in there, just because it tidies up that area. I wasn't too happy with just those two sort of cylindrical pillars there. Wasn't really doing it for me there. Yeah, so we're just fleshing out the train sort of stairway entrance there. So with the designs, we're trying to sort of look at sort of functionality more and see how each part kind of relates to one another and does it make sense. And just again working on a bit of the silhouette with the larger shapes there. So we're really coming along with this interior here, and we do keep doing that with the sort of following videos there. And again, this is just the concept art pieces. So like I said, the walkway is what it initially started off with, but we've now got this sort of big massive sort of train interior area now. So I think it's just a bit more interesting, but still keeping very much with the design style. Thanks for checking out this video. So I've been The Real Stu, and if you do like the content here, like and subscribe, and also you can follow the project behind me live on Twitch. Just look for The Real Stu, the link's down below, and I'll see you in the next video.